You say things about yourself all day. I'm rubbish at this. I always mess it up. That's just how I am. Nothing happens, right? They're only words. Your ancestors would have stopped you mid-sentence. Not because words are magic, because to them, saying a thing was doing a thing. And you were taught the opposite, that you're a passenger and your words are just the noise you make on the ride. Here's the belief you were handed. And nobody said it out loud. Life happens to you. You react. Your words are the commentary. The world does its thing. You narrate. And if that's true, then what you say about yourself doesn't matter. It's just weather in your mouth. So you talk about yourself in ways you'd never talk about a friend. You call yourself lazy, stupid, too old, too late, and you'd never let anyone else say it to your face. Your ancestors would have looked at that and said, "You understand you're giving instructions, don't you?" Quick thing, if you want more of this, subscribe and hit like. That's what carries it to the next person talking themselves down today. And send it to one person who calls themselves things you'd never let anyone else call them. That's how we find each other. So what did they believe? In Kemet, the word had weight. They had a name for that weight. Heka. People translate it as magic, and that's a bad translation. It doesn't mean a spell that bends the sky. It's closer to this, the power that's in a thing being said and named and meant. Look at how seriously they took it. Their own creation story has the world made by a word. The heart conceives it, the tongue speaks it, and it stands. Not, and then a hand built it. Spoken, and it stands. That's not a small idea, slipped in the back. That's how they explained the beginning of everything, and it ran all the way down to ordinary life. Write a name in stone, and the person continues. Chip the name off, and they start to disappear. We covered that on this channel. Same idea. Saying is doing. Now the part I owe you, and this one matters more than usual. I am not telling you that talking makes things appear. I'm not going to sell you that. And you should be suspicious of anybody who does. Say I am rich into a mirror for a year with no work behind it, and you will be exactly as broke as when you started. That is not what this is. I'm also not going to pretend Heka means what a modern person means by magic. Honest people still argue about how to translate it. It sat somewhere between what we'd call speech, authority, and force. And we don't have one English word for that. So I won't pretend we do. And I'm not telling you your words caused your hardship. Some things happen to people that no amount of careful speaking would have stopped. Anybody who tells you that you spoke your suffering into being is blaming you for your own life. And that's cruelty wearing a spiritual coat. Here's what I will say, and it doesn't need any magic at all. Words are actions. That part is just observably true. Say I'm no good at this often enough, and you stop trying difficult things. That's not the universe answering. That's you, quietly, deciding in advance. Say a hard thing out loud to someone, and it's said. You can't unsay it. It's in the room, and it changes what both of you do next. Say I'll be there, and you've made a thing that now exists, an expectation someone is standing on. None of that is mystical. All of it is exactly what your ancestors were pointing at. They just took it seriously enough to give it a name, while we were taught to call it only talking. The word doesn't move the world by itself. It moves the person, and the person moves the world. So here's what to do with it. One day. That's all I'm asking. For one day, listen to how you talk about yourself. Don't try to fix it. Don't force anything positive. Just notice. Count the instructions you're handing out. I can't do mornings. I'm terrible with money. I'm not a people person. Every one of those is a rule you're reading aloud to yourself. And you'll follow it, because you're the one who wrote it. Then pick one. Just one. the one you say most often and believe least. And stop saying it. You don't have to say the opposite. Don't lie to yourself. That never works. Just stop issuing that instruction. See what's different in a week. That's not magic. That's the oldest use of a word there is. Your words were never just noise. They're the first thing you build with, and you're building all day whether you meant to or not. Your ancestors knew that well enough to name it. Then somebody taught you that you're just along for the ride. Tell me in the comments. What's the one thing you say about yourself that you'd never let anybody else say to you? Say it here once. It's easier to stop after you've seen it written down. Walk the way with us. Subscribe. Maat is the measure.